Basically, they've looked at 50 different areas where they can cut back, or what they are labelling as a simplification. So there are two things they're definitely not going to touch. They're not going to touch the sports themselves and in that way not impact on the athletes. And they're not going to touch the torch relay. It will continue to run for its 121-day route. But pretty much everything else is going to be scaled back. So whether that's temporary seating, whether that's what they call the look of the games and the banners and the beautification of a city that always goes into an Olympic Games, they're looking at reducing some of these things from between 10 and 40%. And in that way, reap back a lot of money that they've already spent because of this 12-month delay.
And it looks like this format could actually be here to stay for future Olympics.
Absolutely. So John Coates, who, as we know, is the president of the Australian Olympic Committee and IOC vice president, and also the chairman of the Coordination Commission for Tokyo, he said that this forever will be known as the blueprint with the name the Tokyo model. So for any future Olympic Games, and it fits into the IOC's search for the last couple of years, what they had dubbed the new norm, to try and scale things back because some things were just getting excessive. And of course, every city wants to outdo the city that came before, but this is a reversal, if you like, and a real look at scaling things back. So the hype and some of the over-the-top celebrations are not going to be there. And in fact, Mr. Yoshiro Mori, who's the president of Tokyo 2020, used the two words somber and frugal in describing what the Tokyo Olympic Games will be like. But he said that should still be seen as a victory because it's being held, of course, in this new world of COVID-19.
Well, how certain is it that the Games will even go ahead, given that coronavirus could still be posing a significant health risk next year, particularly if there isn't a vaccine yet?
Yeah, and they're very much looking at that. They're very much saying that, COVID is still a very big part, and every day, every week from now until the Games are scheduled, there's going to be tinkering that has to be made. But they are adamant, and they have remained adamant throughout, that the Games will go ahead. But, things like how many people will be in the stands to watch will remain up in the air until the COVID-19 situation is sorted out, whether there is a vaccine. All of that is still going to impact between now and then.
And Tracey, how easy or difficult is it for athletes right now to prepare for the Games?
Look, of all of the people, you think about the work of the Tokyo organisers, the work that's been put in behind the scenes with the IOC as well, and everybody looking at all of, this mayhem in front of them and how they turn that into an orderly Olympic Games. But of everybody, it's the athletes that most people are concerned about because they can't travel, they can't train as they used to. Particularly, we look at our athletes and the ones that are in Melbourne. I mean, it's really, really difficult. But everybody around the world, all of the athletes from the 200 plus countries are having their own struggles at the moment. So it's going to be a really unique Games, whichever way it pans out.
It'll be fascinating to see how it plays out. Thanks so much, Tracey Holmes, for joining us tonight. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Yvonne.